We're out here in the middle of a field so we can try out this Neewer collapsible softbox. This is the 32-inch version, and we just got this, so we're going to see how it works. We've got kind of an overcast day. This is the last hour of sunlight, so the light's pretty forgiving, but we'll put it through its paces. So these things are all the rage right now because they're so portable. The whole thing's in here, including the bracket that holds the flash. So what we've brought with us is we've got the whole softbox unit here. We've got a Canon 580EX2, and we have a 7D Mark II. So to keep things simple, we're going to fire the 580EX2 with the pop-up flash on the 7D Mark II and see how it works. So let's take a look at what's in here. What we have is a front diffusion panel. We're going to put that on once we open it up. And this is the softbox itself. And then here is a Bowen's S-mount bracket. These things are very popular right now. And you'll see why in a little bit because they're pretty handy. You can use this for a softbox that has Bowen's S-mount on it, or you can use it with an umbrella. It has a hole right here to put the umbrella in, and you can use it with a shoot through or bounce umbrella, either one. These things are spring loaded, and when they open fast, so sometimes you have to protect your facial features so it doesn't bop you in the face. So that's the first opening, and then there's the second one. Now they come with an internal baffle that you put on yourself. I just leave it in there once I've put it on. It seems to fold up okay with that in there. And you see the inside of it is lined with silver material. And then we have a strip of Velcro right here. And that's where the front diffusion panel is going to mount. Velcro the hook fastener here. And that's done. That's ready to go. Set up our stand. And the ring for the bracket just goes inside here. Kind of slide it over those ears. Now, one thing I've learned is that if your softbox starts to sag and wants to droop down, then you can unhook this bottom one and it'll make it stand up straighter. I'm going to leave it this way and see how it works. So what I'm looking at is I've got the sun over here and it's really diffused, so it's pretty forgiving. And I'm going to use that for a backlight, and I'm going to go pretty much directly against it with my softbox. Now the closer I get with the softbox, the better the light's going to be. It's going to be a bigger light source as I get in closer. So I'll start with a safe distance and see how it looks. The way the speed light mounts in these, it's sort of clamped in there, and I was pretty leery about clamping an expensive speed light in one of these, but it's got a lot of soft rubber in there, and you don't really have to clamp it hard. It'll grip it pretty well. Now if I wanted to gel that, I could do that before I put the front panel on. I could then go inside and put the gel on. It's easier than trying to put it on before you put the speed light in. We're going to go without gels today just to keep it simple. Now I've got the 580 EX2 set for slave. We're going to go TTL and we're going to use optical triggering. Now the first thing I need to do is set my ambient exposure. So I'm going to look beyond Ariana and look at my scene and make it look the way I want it to appear as a backdrop. I'm at 1/200th of a second, f4, and I think that's going to be pretty dark. I think I like it there. Now I've got it set up so my pop-up flash is going to be a little bit of fill. Right now I've got a ratio set up because I'm TTL, so I'm going to shoot a 4:1 ratio, which is going to have 4 times the power coming out of the softbox that I have coming out of the pop-up flash. So let's see what we get here. And that's pretty bright. So I'm just going to back off my total flash power here. Backed it off 2 stops, a little too much. I'm going to bring it up a stop. That's not bad. Let's see if I can make the background look a little more interesting. I think my ambient's a little bit dark. So what I'm going to do, open up the shutter speed a bit. Flash doesn't care about shutter speed as long as it's within sync speed. So by slowing down the shutter, I raise my ambient up. That's better. Now I'm going to mess around a little bit with my white balance. See if I can warm it up. I'm going to go open shade with my white balance. That's nice. We've got some sky there. Sky's bright. Problem is we have a lot of contrast between the trees and the sky. But I think I would rather have the sky a little too bright. But I'm liking the light I'm getting out of this. At 32 inches, it's a little bit bigger than the 24-inch ones. Probably is almost as big as you want to go with the speed light, but it's easy to pack, easy to transport, and as you can see, easy to set up. And it works better in wind than a shoot-through umbrella does. So I think I kind of like it. That's it in a nutshell. This is the Neewer 32 by 32 collapsible softbox. Really reasonably priced. Downside is you can't put a grid on the front. It doesn't have enough Velcro here. Now I'm told that the smaller one, the 24-inch one, does. So I'm not sure why they did it that way, but for what I'll be using it for, I probably won't need a grid. I'll probably use the smaller one with a grid, and maybe I'll demo that in another video. But here it is. I like it. This is going to go with me on a lot of shoots. You can order one of these through my website, recordedlight.com. Just look for my gear recommendations and it'll be on that page.